Hello there! In today's scenario, we are going to explore a way to use the content from email attachments in Power Automate without having to save the file to something like OneDrive or SharePoint. Sometimes the go-to solutions won't work for a particular story. When it comes to dealing with email attachments, most solutions involve saving the file someplace and then working with it. But what if you don't have that option? For the trigger, I used when a new email arrives, version 3. But your story might be different. The important part is that you have some mechanism in place to get the email with the attachment into Power Automate's awareness. Note that I added a from filter on this for testing so that I'm not looking at every email, only the ones I send to myself. I could have also changed the flag at the bottom only with attachments so that I was only looking at emails that had files attached. Next, we need to get the attachment from the email. Since there can be more than one file attached to each email, Power Automate kicks off an apply to each loop automatically. Don't freak out, though, this is a good thing. Power Automate will create a loop on its own anytime we ask it to process an array. Think of an array like a grocery list, and then everything inside the loop is just doing something so we can check that item off of that list. The next few steps can probably be combined into a single expression depending on your comfort, but I broke it into several steps to show there are multiple ways to get to the same result. The first part is to isolate the body of the email attachment. I did this by dropping the body dynamic value from the previous step into a compose action. This will return some JSON that has a content bytes field that we'll want. Since I know I'm going to use the parse JSON action next, I'll want the output of this compose to use as sample data to build the schema for that parsing action. Go ahead and run your flow now, and then copy the output of this compose to your clipboard. Then go back to the edit mode. For the content, I used the output of the above compose, and then for the schema, I clicked on Generate from Sample and pasted the output from the previous run. Power Automate did the rest. Remember how one of the fields coming back is content bytes. In order to use it, we need to first convert it to a string from the base64 format it's in right now. I used another compose to hold the expression to do that. This will produce the XML in a string format, as seen by the run output. From here, we can drop that XML someplace, or if it was text, you could use that for a Word template or whatever. It's totally up to you and your specific scenario. I hope this has been helpful and helps add to your Power Platform skill set. Check out our other videos or find the original blog at flyingpolymath.com.